You are listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Got a quick tip for you today, actually. This one was a quick tip for myself when I noticed myself wondering what I should be doing. The other day I was walking around the house wasn't sure how I should be spending my time. What should I be working on is what I was wondering. And I didn't have any clear guidance around that. And I know when I don't have clear guidance, that means I'm not lined up with what I want. Because when I am lined up, when I'm focused on what I want, when I've got that vision activated, or when I'm, however it is I like to point myself where I want to go, when I'm lined up with that, the inspirations are clear. We don't wonder what we should be doing. We feel called to them. We don't have to stop and ask ourselves, well, what's next? Because something's calling us so strongly, that question just never even occurs to us. We're doing what feels good. We're following inspiration. We're answering those inner nudges or those whispers that say this way. That's how it works. Whatever we're focused on, that's where we're headed. And you know that when you're dialed on what you want, your inspiration will show you the best way there via your joy or relief. If you're far, far, far away from joy, then just whatever feels better. That's what we want to listen for. So there I was walking around the house going, what should I be doing? And I realized I had not engaged my alignment practice, because when I start my day off with and I have a variety of alignment practices, but I have one standard one that I use every day. It's my I am statement. I've shared that one before on other podcasts. It's really cool. Can you hear the smile on my face? Even thinking about it lights me up. When I repeat that I am statement, it's like, I can't explain to you. It feels like a fire gets ignited. I feel a delight and a joy and inspiration for something in particular. It'll either be like recording a podcast for you to listen to, or it'll be something else. But it becomes clear once I get lined up. If it's not clear, it means I'm not lined up. So I say this like it's a tip for you, but really it was a tip for myself. The next time I wonder, what should I be doing? The answer is, the way I said this in the blog post was, get your vibrational act together, girl. Get lined up with what you want. Get pointed where you want to go, because once you've got that activated, inner guidance does not take long to give you an inspiration about what the next step is towards that. Then all we have to do is follow that. And then, life sometimes, shouldn't say often, sometimes we get distracted from what it is we're creating, and we're looking at contrast or what's not happening or working or some other thing that isn't serving us. But that's our cue when we notice that we're not pointed where we want to go, to get refocused and then listen for the nudges that come after that, because this system is incredibly reliable. I hope you've experienced that, so you're not just taking my word for it, but I kind of feel like whenever we're in the habit of answering the question, what am I supposed to be doing? When we answer that from the logical part of our minds, we're not engaging our true power. We really want inner guidance to be pointing the way, because it knows the best way. It knows way, way, way more than you do. And it knows how to put you in the right place at the right time with the right people, the right opportunities. So we really want to tap that power, but we're not doing it when we're trying to figure it out ourselves, or when we're plotting or analyzing or strategizing or trying to make it happen on our own. So if you notice you're coming from your physical mind, Bashar calls it the physical mind versus the higher mind. When you're engaging the physical mind, or maybe you can think of it as the logical part of you, the rational, practical, when you're in your head versus coming from your heart, that's a cue that you're not using the system the way it was meant to be used. So just remember what it is you're creating. Get dialed on there, however you like to get dialed. I like I am statements. Affirmations work really well for me. However, I can use words, whether I'm writing them in a Pray Rain journal, or whether I'm just repeating them out loud as an affirmation or an affirmation. Noah St. John's affirmations are also really cool. I know a lot of people prefer to use pictures, whether it's a visualization or even I have fun with this one, answering 3 questions. Remember giving 3 answers to 3 questions. What does it look like when I have what I want? What does it sound like when I have what I want? And what will it feel like when I have what I want? If you give those 3 answers to those 3 questions, you're plugged into a really rich visualization at the end of that. There's so many fun ways to get pointed where you want to go, but the point is, take the time to do that, and then just listen for what sounds good next, because inspiration will point the way there. So if you're not currently feeling fired up about something, that's your cue. Remember what it is you're creating, and then listen for whatever your higher self or your inner guidance, whatever your inspiration, sometimes it'll just feel like relief. That's showing you the best way there. So I hope you're already working that system, but if, like me, you need a reminder now and again, here's a short episode for that. Thanks for listening, and happy manifesting, everyone.